Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. It's Christ169 coming to you with a real talk episode. I am Christ169, but my real name is Mark, by the way. I'm coming here to you guys live to a big breaking news. Walmart stores closing and March 31st. DC stores closing. Uh, three and a few other stores are closing too as well. Now, really, we have to look at this. Many Walmart stores closing March 31st, 2023. That's the end of this month. And the DC stores are closing on the 17th. One is, I think, in New Westbrook, whatever, West area of, it's going to be, let's see what it's called here. Let me get if we got it real quick here. It's Illinois, Washington D.C. Five stores are closed in Washington D.C. Walmart on 8th Street in D.C. is closing on the 17th. What it's saying so far? What really think about this? And then they're saying financial problems or is not meeting financial projections. Other words, folks, what it means is that the store is not making the money it needs to make. Okay, the store is not making the money it needs to make to be really, relevant and be relevant to what's going on with that situation. And it's not being relevant enough to really benefit anyone and to benefit anyone in particular. Really, that's what's going to happen. What's happening. It's not the fact that these places are closing down because one day they're like, hey, we're going to close down the building here and send everybody home. No, they're closing stuff down because it's very simple. Okay, people are shoplifting and destroying the Walmarts in Portland and in Washington D.C. and 8th Street. Walmart's like, no, we had enough. CVS Pharmacy, Rite Aid pretty much went out of business during the COVID-19 thing. They shut down all stores too, and these stores are being permanently shut down. Means they're not coming back, folks. Okay, means they're not coming back. Once it's over, it's finito, done. That's the sad truth of it all. So people can say all they want to say about how well it's because of evil racism and systemic racism. Well, maybe it is, but maybe it's the fact that Walmart's tired of seeing hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars being bled out of the store. People say, "Well, they're multi-billion." People, you have $1 million and you put it into a company and let people steal from you. You will build a You would build a moat, you will make a fence, you'll build a wall, put alligators in the moat. You'll do what you gotta do to keep what's yours yours. Because what's yours is yours. But in the socialism world of Portland and Washington D.C., what's theirs is theirs, and what yours is there too. And to me, that's very wrong. I know this is not really part of what I talk about, but Portland, Oregon, and Washington D.C. and some places in Florida and Wisconsin closing down too as well. These places are closing down not because they're overperforming or underperforming. It's because they're tired of having their place ripped off. Kroger's shut down many stores in Democrat-run areas. Many, Minnesota, a few in Wisconsin, because it's just a chaos and an orgy of chaos. And nobody who's a Democrat running these states wants to take 5 minutes of their busy schedule, getting a Catholic lattes, and living, sitting on the beach in Hawaii to care. So these places are paying the price. People being shot just going to work. Okay? That shouldn't resonate with some people. But for some reason, it doesn't resonate with anybody. No, nobody at all. And that really bothers me because it makes me feel like that the first thing people are going to say, racism. And it's just like in politics. Lightfoot lost in a humiliating way. She's spewing rhetoric, even though she knows crime went up 50, 60, 70%. She took office. But she's so concerned about those people in Chicago that she built a castle around her mansion, 200 blocks, so her and family can get beauty sleep while her peasants are being shot. And Walmart closing too in Chicago too as well. It's not something that's just happened overnight, folks. It's been going on for many, many years. You have Democrat run states and cities, people like, you know what, one finger peace sign, and they walk out the damn door. Walmart, Rite Aid, Kroger's, Walgreens, CVS, these places are tired of being robbed because in socialism world, what's there too. Well, not really. Hate to break it to the snowflakes out there in the YouTube world, in the YouTube, refugee camps everywhere, trying to keep their socialism alive. But you have $1 million you put into a company, and why people rob you blind? Like I said before in the beginning of the video, you'll build a moat, put alligators in the moat, put a wall up, fences, turret guns. You will do what you gotta do to keep what's yours, to keep lights on and roof over your head and family's head that you're providing a job to. So people like, oh my god, like people like whining, oh my god, I'm gonna lose my Walmart. I'm like, why don't you give a shit about the fucking people losing their fucking jobs over this? There's people bitching and crying. I gotta drive on the other side of town. I don't give a shit. You got to drive fuck across the country. There's people losing their fucking jobs. People in these liberal states are so self-centered. It's me, 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 me. People are losing their. I understand if you need insulin or your drugs. I understand that, but 400 people are losing their damn jobs because little Bobo, the wannabe gangbanger, can't get a job, so he's gonna run in there and rob something at Walmart. If you do it a couple 100,000 times, many years, Walmart's like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm shutting this place down. I'm liquidating all the assets and moving somewhere else. Hopefully, with people, hopefully, and I pray for them, bless them, that they get a job somewhere else and get the hell out of there. But let's be realistic. A lot of them are stuck at ground zero. And they're going to be out there thieving and thugging and bugging like everybody else because they're going to have to survive somehow. We put food off people's table and you do this shit. I've been saying this for many years. You don't fuck around with companies because they will say, fuck you, out the door you go. And part of my French goes, part of my language, I do apologize about that. But damn it, stuff has to be freaking said. This shit has to be said. It's not about the fact that profiles because of damn freaking people stealing from these companies. If you say, well, they get billions of dollars, why don't you go make a company? Why don't you go get off your lazy ass, march out there and do something? Create a company from conception to birth and watch people start stealing from it. You can go, oh, well, at least, No. Like I said, you're going to build a moat, alligator, gates, and turret guns around it to protect it. See, I guarantee you, if these liberals had to pay Walmart back, if these liberal states had to pay Walmart back for all the money that was stolen, I guarantee you the crime would stop like tomorrow. But because these liberal states don't care, and their justice system in those states don't give a shit, no arrests made, no verdicts rendered, people are not paying the price. I think it should be allowed in every state. The company that have martial law or whatever happened, people are stealing from the company. The company had a right to sue the state. for funds to replace what they've lost in that store. Only in, only in that store. I guarantee you how many liberal states will turn over a new leaf and say, you know what? We're going to start prosecuting these people because they're going to have to, but they're not going to because they left this ideology bullshit going on out there. No one else seems to care about this but me and a handful of people. Okay, I worked 18 years in my company. I never thought a day in my life I would steal from anything. People are like, oh well, you know, people stealing tools. I emphasis people stealing tools in a garden center, stealing tools at Home Depot, people stealing tools out of Walmart, people stealing stuff out of Walmart every day. Walmart can afford it. Yeah, it's not a big deal. You do that for a couple years, see what happens. This is what happening. Well, yeah, people are not buying stuff. People are stealing stuff. And to the little white lady out there and on fixed income, now she has to travel halfway across the damn state just to buy a bag of loaf of bread and a carton of milk because some jackass and wannabe gangbanger can't go bug and thug somewhere else, running or steal shit because I have to have these things here. Yeah, but you don't have a job that will pay for it. You're living off, you're living off Uncle, you're living off, Uncle Government's money, but you don't want to go out and get a job, have pride in yourself. So you sit around like a slug, then you get up and go rob something. And I don't want to hear this. Wow, you're just racist. And I'm not racist because I'm 41% Native American. I'm not racist. I just don't. I'm allergic to bullshit. I start breaking out, itching, and start sneezing because I can't deal with that kind of stuff. I don't care if you like this or not. This has to be said, folks. People out there stealing people's money out of their hands. People are losing their damn jobs in Walmart and these places I mentioned. And these customers are whimpering and whining because they're losing the store. Yeah, it's probably great and all. But when your store is close to a ghetto, project, brick city, what do you want to call it? You're not having a great clientele there who probably has jobs. Yes, they might have fixed income because of Social Security, EBT, food stamps, you want to call it. That's fine, whatever. Those people get a pass because maybe they have a hard time, maybe they have medical conditions, they have issues. Maybe they got hurt in the factory 20 years ago and they've been living off, the Social Security. No, ain't living high on the hog in that one either. I got friends in Social Security. It's pretty rough to live on. No, disability kind of, not Social Security, but disabilities, kind of thing, disability, and it's really rough for them. They don't like it, but they're injured enough where they can't work. Now, luckily, they have a loved one, family member, husband, wife, whatever, that work and help them a little bit, but they're still having trouble. Car breaks down, it costs a lot of money to fix cars, and the cars ain't cheap no more. You can't take a damn hammer and tap. And you gotta go there and reprogram it. Satellites have to align, and it costs money. Just like a Walmart, you know. And people don't seem to care. They're like, oh my god, they can afford it. No, they can't afford it. 'Cause every store has their own budget that they draw from every year. See, I'm gonna tell you how a store works, okay, guys? I'm gonna tell you how a store works. I've been a manager in the store before, and I tell you how it works, okay? Every store, okay, the company, let's say for Lowe's example, Home Depot, Lowe's, for example, okay? They have a set. Each store has a set budget: 30 million, 30 million, 50 million, 60 million, 80 million, 100 million, 200 million. Okay, each store has a budget, and if they see that, great. If they don't, they lose money. Okay, each store also has set positions. For example, sorry, you go to a Walmart store that has $30 million. Of course, that'd be laughable. But so let's say the Home Depot Lowe's store has $30 million base pay, base store. Okay, they only take in $30 million a year. Say hypothetically, I don't know for sure. I know it changed a lot. Let's say that. Okay, those stores are there. They're out in the middle of nowhere, maybe. They're out in some areas, small areas. They're not very people go there by stuff go there. Okay? They have set people there. Let's say you have 300 people working there nights. Okay? ASMs, this, that, part managers, team leaders, down to the working stiffs. Okay? Then you got lights, you got water, you got sewage, you got all that, you got all electricity, all the stuff. You got to pay to fix the AC system. You got to pay all these things, right? Emergency services you got to pay for too because stuff ain't free. They ain't giving it away. So, and city taxes, county taxes, state taxes. So you got to pay a lot of stuff, right? So every state different. Okay, that $30 million store has to make $30 million just to break even. Okay, and let's say people are stealing from this Lowe's Home Depot store, and they do it constantly for 4 or 5 years. They steal $100 here, $1,000 here, $5,000 here. After a while, that adds up to a lot of money. Let's say after 5 years, it's like say $1 million. Now the store is at 29 million. Let's say happen. Let's say it's another $5 million. No, say it's another $1 million. Now it's $28 million. It keeps going on. The store can't ask for any more money because each store is based upon their their criteria of their area. It's location, location, location. Your area predicts how much money your store can make. How Walmart, how Lowe's does it, Home Depot does it, Walgreens does it. They put you in an area, and it's agriculturally accessible for everybody to go there. Okay, so when you have that store, say makes $20 million a year, hypothetically, $30 million, let's say $20 million a year. And the Home Depot and Lowe's had them for a while. They got rid of them for a while there. Even Walmart had stores that making 30 million. Now their stores make more than that, make half that in a month. Probably more than that in a month. But hypothetically, though, for my scenario, let's say you have a small store, a small Home Depot Lowe's store put together. Okay, it's $20 million. They had stores like that in those two companies I mentioned. Okay, you take out $5 million, let's say, in a span of 5 years. That store now is making only $15 million. So guess what happens? You gotta start cutting because they can't go to Home Depot, Lowe's, company together, Home Depot or Lowe's, and go there and say, "Hey, we need more money." They're like, "Can't help you. You're on your own." Now, $15 million because a $20 million store, but everybody's stealing from $1 million, lost $5 million. They can't go to Home Depot, Lowe's, or Walmart and ask for more money because their store are only making $20 million because of the agricultural ground of they're in. See, every store that I worked in, the company I work for, always had a set parameter of how much money that store makes a year. 20, 30, 40, 60, 80, $100 million. And it's all based upon your geographic location and your clientele. Certain stores in Nashville make more money because they're higher clientele. Some stores out in the middle of Bumville make less money. The problem is though, you go from 20 million to 15 million, now you lost $5 million. High crime area, yes, your store's gonna get shut down eventually because you're not making any money anymore. I think what happened was they looked at the analysis, risk assessment, and the violence in these states that I mentioned. So you know what? We're safer just getting rid of these people, shutting the stores down, moving our freight somewhere else. Sink, hands, wash, and they walk away. All because people want to steal and do stuff so they can get it for nothing. Costs, let's about about 5, 10,000 people, by a little, because a lot more stores in the Portland, Oregon, Portland area closed now. Like five sort of Washington closing down, DC closing down, plus more in Portland. Let's just say 10,000 people lost their jobs or going to lose their jobs by the end of this month. So in this month, these people are going to be unemployed in states that don't have a whole lot of employment. So you think about it. If you got 2,000 people in a certain area of Portland, Oregon, to say about 5,000 people, 2,500 people in certain side of Portland that loses their job. Now they're fighting for to go into truck driving, to go into logging, going to go into school teaching or something, bus driving or whatever. But there are only so many jobs available. $20 million store made all that money is now shut down because people stole from the store. See, stealing from stores does hurt a store. You may not think about it, but it does hurt a store, folks. It damages stores. Shrink is the number one killer of all companies in stores around the world. Doesn't matter if you're here in Argentina or if you're in Japan. If anybody steals from your company, it's going to hurt you because you take a hit. It can be a small hit, but it'll be a hit nonetheless. And you will hurt. And it's not funny because once you get hit like that, the pocketbook, it's very hard. It is very hard to come back from that. It's almost impossible to come back from that. We have to be literally making double sales just to help recoup some of your losses. So people take what they want, this video what they want, take it. But yeah, I apologize for cursing, but I get very irritated with stuff like this. When you steal from a company, you're stealing from the people. You may not care about it, you may be kind of cool, but it ain't cool bitching for me. It ain't cool bitching anybody else. People gotta start thinking about what they're doing. Stop thinking of your own selfish ways for a while. Start thinking outside the box a little bit. Okay, guys? Please, to think outside the box. Don't think of me. Cause that box you're stealing something from it. Don't steal it from that cigarette lighter stealing from. Yeah, it may not be much now, but you shut down your favorite gas station with your favorite drinks there because they can't afford it anymore because people are stealing from them. You can't blame the evil rich man for it. The rich man is just trying to protect his company that he or she, whoever built. Unlike no, like Obama said, they did build it. So take it as you want. Thank you for watching it. Please like, subscribe. See you guys later on. Tomorrow I won't be making a video tomorrow. If I feel up to it, I may make one. But how do I feel after I get this root canal done? If it's gonna be like a cluster mess, I hope it's not. But it's gonna be rough and kind of hard. But I hope it's not. And I gotta take some leave anyway. My tooth's bothering me. So I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Love. See you guys later. Peace.